Hey there, welcome to Christ for Life. This is day 12 of our 40 days of prayer. So glad that you are tuning in today. We're going to be in Matthew 7:11. We're going to be talking about the Lord wanting to give good things. And we're going to unpack that word from the Greek. But let me read Matthew 7:11 with that idea in mind of the Lord wanting to give you good things. If you then, though you are evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father in heaven give good gifts to those who ask him? Matthew 7:11. When you look at the Greek for the word good, it means beneficial or useful. And so when we're talking about good gifts, we're really talking about those things that are beneficial and useful. And that begs the question, beneficial and useful for what? If you think about all the things that you own, everything from the littlest thing to the biggest thing. Maybe you're at your home right now, or maybe you're in your office, or maybe you're in your car listening. Just look around and look at the things that you have. Of those things, which of those are useful and beneficial? Now, you're probably going to say, well, everything is beneficial or useful for something. Well, that begs the second question. What are they beneficial or useful for? Well, you might say they're useful for you, they're useful for a family member, they're useful for cooking, for cleaning. The challenge is, though, that most of the things we own, the vast majority of the things we own, are useful and beneficial for temporary things. The item that we have, the food in the cupboard, is useful to stave off our starvation. It's useful to fill our bellies, but that's a temporary thing. Tomorrow we'll be hungry, if not in just a couple of hours. And the car is useful, but eventually you get a new car. The gas in the gas tank is useful, but it runs out. You need to fill up your tank again. And so that begs the third question. If God were going to give you something that was good. He was going to give you something good. Something beneficial and useful. Now, obviously, he knows that we're flesh and bones, we're blood and muscle, and we need food and water and air, and clothing and shelter, friendship. He knows we need all that. And that, of course, is perfectly acceptable to have food and shelter, clothing. But in reality, if you really think about the things that God gives you that are useful and beneficial, the for what is really important. What are those things useful and beneficial for? And what you're going to find is if we can shift our focus on the things that we ask from the Lord, if we can shift our focus in the things that we purchase from things that are useful and beneficial just for temporary things, and shift that to things that are useful and beneficial for the kingdom, for eternal things. Now we're, as they say, cooking with gas. Now we're getting somewhere. And so there it says that your Father in heaven will give you good gifts to those who ask him. And so shifting that idea to the original Greek, he will give you useful and beneficial things. Useful and beneficial things. Things that are beneficial for the kingdom. That's what we want to ask for. That's what we want. We want to acquire things that are useful and beneficial for the kingdom of God. We do that, and you're going to see God show up. Whenever you ask him for something, you're asking him for something that's useful and beneficial. Lord, give me something that's useful for your kingdom, to your glory. Now that is a prayer God will answer. Now that is a gift he will give. God bless you all. We'll see you soon.